Hello, and thank you very much for having me. Let me start out with a question. So please, somebody answer, otherwise it could be awkward. What does city like New Mexico City, Shanghai City, or London have in common? Traffic, thank you, perfect. So you kind of know this picture up here. Some of you might see it every day. And did you know that actually 30 to 40% of the inner city traffic is caused by people searching a parking spot? And you know them, they drive always in front of you, they always drive really slow, and they get on your nerves. So they waste your time, or most of the time you are the one actually taking the time from the person behind you. So traffic is a big issue within cities. But also, it's $1 trillion market with basically no data about it. So you can imagine parking, how much you pay for your parking space, and now scale it to the world. So it's a big, big market. And we are here to capture the data we all need for parking. We came up with the full end-to-end solution, starting with a sensor we mount on a lamppost to capture the data, and also a card, which we use to identify the vehicle. Then we transfer this data to a cockpit where we do all the analytics and intelligence, and from there on we display it either in an app, a navigation system, or on a screen which we wrap around the mast as well. So the sensor itself, it's AI-enabled, it's deep learning, and all the other buzzwords you hear these days. So it's a really intelligent device up on your lamppost. It's edge processed, so everything happens within the box. And one of these sensors can actually cover up to 100 parking spaces, depending on the height you mount the system, obviously. But in a normal city environment, one of these sensors can cover 25 parking spaces. And this data is then shared via Wi-Fi, LTE, or LAN to our backend. The Cleverciti card, our newest product, this is actually something you can use to digitalize all the permits you have at the moment. So for example, your resident permit, your disabled permit, and all these other permits, you can have them in a card. Just place them behind your windshield, we know where you are and who you are, and we can then say if it's all right for you to park there, or we can start an automated payment process. For the city, or the parking operator, they will get a cockpit where they see the live parking data, they see historical data, they see the length of stay of a vehicle. And with that data, they can actually, based on that, do good decisions and use it for urban planning, etc. The data, as I said earlier, we display in apps. We do it around the world already, in navigation systems, or the Circ 360. We call it, why Circ? Because it's circular, it's round, 2 half shells. You wrap around your existing infrastructure, and in just a couple of minutes, you would have a sensor and a screen up on the lamppost, and you will start finding a parking spot instead of searching. Right now, we are active in 20 countries, and I'm proud to say we are at the moment installing at 118 park and ride parking spaces in the southwest of England at the moment. So right now, the system is being installed, and if you guys know about it, the west part of London, and you will drive your car to a train station, you will find your parking space pretty soon with our system. Thank you. Since not only I believe in the system, but also, unfortunately, some investors did, we have raised 19 million USD so far with a very large and great investors. We've won a lot of prizes, which we are really proud of, and I keep that slide busy so people are like, ooh, those are a lot of prizes. But to be honest with you, the Unreasonable group is the most interesting and most impactful program we got lucky enough to be a part of. So. Thank you. So the next Cleverciti will have data and knowledge about their parking spaces and the traffic. It will reduce traffic. We will increase revenue. How do we increase revenue? Because we increase the amount of people that pay for their parking instead of only, short fun fact, 80% of Germans stick to the rules normally, right? 80% of Germans don't pay for their parking. So there's a big upside. And yeah, at the end, it's efficient parking, and it saves for all of us a lot of time. So add me on LinkedIn, take your phone out, and scan that QR code, and I'm happy to connect. So thank you very much.